I believe that Jason's house is actually going to be a huge part of Grand Theft Auto 6. I think it's kind of where our story is going to begin, and I think it's going to be sort of the home base for Jason and Lucia for quite some time, if not throughout the entire story. And a fan has actually recreated his entire house, and you're able to check it out and explore it. I'll be telling you what's going on and more all in this video today. So just starting with Jason's house and why I believe it's so important, it's shown off a ton in the second Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. It's in fact one of the opening scenes. We can see what it looks like. It's sort of this coral green color. I think this is like the typical Florida Southern Keys stilt home style, and they're built this way in case water rises so that your home is safe. So it looks like it's kind of like one story, doesn't really have a garage. It's got a basketball goal on there. Jason tells us, of course, his famous line when Brian asks what is he doing up there, that he's just fixing some leaks. So he's got a toolbox, he's got a ladder, and it looks like he's just doing some housework, trying to fix things up a little bit. You can see that the planks in the deck are actually different planks, and that there's actually slats in the balcony that are missing. So it looks like his house is a little bit under the weather and needs some fixing up. That's for sure. Jason also doesn't seem to be a big fan of visitors. As you can see, that sign in the window says no soliciting. He also has a doorbell that's wired up. And I think this scene right here is us transitioning from cutscene to gameplay. And you can kind of see the inside there. He's got some keys hanging from the side of the door. It looks like he's got a back balcony with an umbrella. And there's a lot of stuff going on the inside. Now, one thing I do want to point out here, notice the floor. There isn't anything on top of it. That'll be important later. And then, of course, we see Jason driving by his neighborhood. This will make sense in a little bit why I'm deciding to show this footage, but it's also shown off again a couple more times in the trailer. When Lucia ends up getting out of jail, they obviously have a good time together, and that looks like it takes place at Jason's house. We can also see another quick shot of it as Jason and Lucia are inside of it. And again, it looks like it's been fixed up a bit. It looks brighter. It's got paintings. It's got a lot of things happening here. In fact, they even have a pet snake that you can see. That's kind of crazy. And we also see it in this next shot right here. It looks like they're doing construction to the house. You can see that there's wall panels that are missing. You can see the exposed beams. It looks like Jason is actually repainting the house, which will make sense in a second because it's also shown off in this shot right here that he has a lot of things going on. Construction materials, a paint can. He's actually got a PlayStation 5, which is kind of cool. And he's drinking a beer while watching Phil's ammunition commercial. And we can see once it transitions to the back camera that look on the ground of the floor, it looks like they're redoing the flooring. They've got like these almost like cardboard things that are covering it up with the blue duct tape. So there's a lot of construction that seems to be going on here. And it also looks like, from what we've seen, this is going to be Jason and Lucia's home for, I would say, a significant portion of the story. It doesn't just seem like they're going to be there for like one or two missions. In fact, this might be their safe house for the entirety of the game, at least a big portion of it. And that's what it kind of looks like. And there seems to be lots of changes that happen, things that maybe our characters can control in terms of changes, or things that Rockstar will do as the story updates. Maybe there's some sort of raid that happens, someone follows them home, it gets into a shootout. We don't know the details of it, but that's Jason's house. It's a big part of the story, shown off a lot in the second Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. And so now what I want to take a look at is a fan that's actually recreated Jason's house, and you can actually explore it for yourself. So this post went viral a couple of weeks ago on the GTA 6 subreddit. It's coming from a user, FreshWar5908. With nearly 20,000 upvotes, their post was, "I recreated Jason's house using Far Cry 5 Arcade on PlayStation 5. And these are the two images that they shared. This looks incredible. Obviously, the one you're looking at right now is Jason's house and what was shown off in the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. And this is the version that was recreated in the Far Cry 5 Arcade. It looks almost identical. Even the clouds in the background to the basketball goal and the satellite dish, that is amazing. And even the car out front, obviously it's not going to be exactly perfect. This was created in another game, Far Cry 5, but you guys get the idea there that that looks amazing. And even this next shot in the interior, this of course is when Jason and Lucia are embracing on the couch, or I should say that Lucia is waking up Jason, and this is the shot in Far Cry 5. It's almost identical. How awesome does that look? Even details of like lampshades and pictures on the wall, and even the pet aquarium or terrarium or whatever it might be called. So he even got those details down perfectly. And once that post went viral, he came back a couple of days later and said this: I recreated the surrounding area near Jason's house in Far Cry 5 Arcade on PS5. So I want to show you guys this shot from the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. This is where Brian is, of course, talking to Jason. And then this shot right here is the one that Fresh War ended up recreating in Far Cry 5. And you can see how accurate it is. Look at the background. It looks almost identical. That is scary how good that is. I will say the only difference is that deck looks a whole lot nicer than the one Jason has, but those are nitpicky little details. That is absolutely incredible. And then, of course, this next shot right here sort of just shows Jason's neighborhood off overall and what it will very likely look like. And even though we didn't get to see any further than this, Rockstar did give us, of course, screenshots of where Jason's house is located, which is in the Leonida Keys. So we kind of have an idea of what his surrounding area is going to look like. And if that wasn't enough for you guys, just a couple of days ago, Fresh War 5908 gave us another update. I spent around 200 hours recreating Jason's house and its surroundings in Far Cry 5 Arcade on PS5, and now it's available for everyone. I'm excited to present the release trailer, and it's so good, I want to share it with you guys right now.
Hi, Jason!
So well done, Fresh War. That is absolutely incredible. I will leave a link to their Reddit page in the description. I'm unaware if they have any other social media channels because seemingly they only seem to post on the GTA 6 subreddit, which is totally fine. But feel free to go over there if you do have a Reddit account. Give him a thumbs up. Give him a supporting comment if you thought it was cool. I thought that was incredible. It just goes to show you how amazingly talented the Grand Theft Auto 6 community is, and they've successfully recreated Jason's house, interior, exterior, the neighborhood he's in, and more, just based off of a couple little shots and screenshots we got from the trailer and Rockstar's GTA 6 website. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought of this in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.